Hey you guys, it's Jordan here, and today I just wanted to talk about studying a little bit. I'm a little pissed off because there's just this fly that was just fucking with me for like at least like a week. It was just one of those small ones that never fucking die. Like you think you killed them, like 5 minutes later, here comes another one. Like it's and then when you finally like when they fly in front of your face or something, it's like you're tempted to just swing your hand as fast as possible, but then you end up smacking yourself because it was so close to your face. Like, does that ever? Am I dumb? Like, I don't know. Anyways, in this video, I just wanted to talk about studying for a little bit. As far as my habits and stuff like that go, I really like talking about studying. I attempted to record a video of my sketchbooks and stuff with my phone for a couple minutes, but that didn't work out because my hand was so shaky. And then I realized that, like, if I were to try to put this into the editor, it would be the same way that my webcam kind of looked the last time that I tried to do that with my face camera, where it's just one rectangle in the side of the screen, which doesn't work for a sketchbook video. So I don't know, maybe a camera's on the to get plans, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about studying and why it's not necessarily why it's important, but like it's something that I've been thinking about. Like it's so for example, like I heard somewhere on a video where, like, if you study for say you're super unmotivated and you're studying like 1 hour a day, you get to your art class and you find out you meet a friend, and like turns out he's been studying for 2 hours a day. It can be a girl too. Okay, I'm not fucking racist or something, like, but but it's crazy that you have to say shit like that today, man. Like, it's, I don't know, shit's so crazy. But yeah, so say that friend is studying for 2 hours a day. After a year of both of you guys studying, what happens? That person is a year ahead of you in studying terms, not necessarily like, I guess, art level wise, but that person is basically getting better at art 2 times faster than you are. Especially if, like, but I mean, it's not necessarily like it's a race, right? But when you're dealing with like, when you have the goals of getting into a certain company or working for a certain company, like me and my one friend Berserk, we always have this kind of like inside joke, I guess you could call it. But every now and then one of us is playing a game and the other person's studying or like working on something, and it's like, hey, like, what's up, bro? Like, I hope you aren't wasting time over there. Like, little Jimmy's fucking studying right now while you're playing your game. And it's like, it stings. It's the truth. You want to smack him, but at the same time, he ain't lying. So what happens? Well, at least I do. I'll eventually just close my game and start studying. It's just like, because whenever you're not studying, somebody is, and chances are, like, you and that person want the same thing. And it can be the other way around too. Like, I don't want to make it seem like that person's always, but like there's always someone out there studying when you're not, and when you are, and I just can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's like I study 2 hours a day, but like there's some people that study 4 hours a day, and that person a year from now is going to be 2 years ahead of me. Why? Because he's done double my amount of studying in that amount of time. Now, of course, there's a lot of variables, right, where like you could say, oh, well, what if you have a mentorship, or a tutor, or not a tutor, but like someone that you can get feedback from, and all those things are very different. Like if you were to somehow get critiques, that's kind of why being in a class setting is really good, because it allows you not only to see how hard other people are working, but it kind of gives you something to compare yourself to. You don't necessarily want to compare yourself in terms of the outcome, but like, you definitely, I don't think it's bad to compare yourself in terms of how often you study, because I think like everyone should try to study to a certain degree, like, or be pushing to study more to a certain degree, not like be like a studyholic or something like that, where you just can't, like, you can't enjoy games because you're always thinking about studying. I get that way sometimes, honestly, and it's not fun. But like at the same time, it's like, you know, you don't want to be years behind someone and never catch up because you only study X amount of time and they study XXX pause, because we all know what that means. But you get what I'm saying though. Like it's a really tough situation, you know, just trying to find that sweet spot as far as how long you want to study per day. And I've been thinking about it myself, you know, because I study on good days sometimes like 4 hours, and then like on normal days just 2 hours. So like it kind of goes up and down. But like I have my little brother, and this isn't to like shit on him or anything, but like he wants to work in the game industry someday. Man never studies ever. Like, and it's like, dude, you know, like how many I sat him down and I asked him, you know, I was like, hey, how many hours do you think you'll have to study per year, you know, to kind of get to that level eventually? And he's like, 150. It's like, dude, do you know, like that's like studying under 30 minutes a day. There's just no fucking way. Like I want to at least be getting like, I don't know, 600 hours per year. And it sounds crazy, you know, but all that is just basically like, well, I want to get over 600 hours obviously, but like 2 hours a day essentially adds up to like, I think what, 365. So you would have 600, about 720 hours roughly, I think. Yeah, about 720 hours. Yeah. And then you could take away, you know, a couple days or something worked off of that, so it's probably in reality like, I don't know, like 650, 660. Because each day that you take, you know, 2 hours, I mean, you don't study for 2 hours. Like even if there's like 86 something weeks in a year, you're essentially like if you took 1 day off each week, that's 160 hours that you don't get to study. It's just crazy to think about that, right? Like maybe like, am I crazy or something? Like I don't know, when I think about that, it makes me seriously not want to take breaks. Like and 2 hours a day isn't something that's hard to do. It's not like, there's a lot of times where, I mean, to me, you know, I don't want to make it seem like, you know, I study for 2 hours. Like, no, there's a lot of people that study 4 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, and 10 hours a day. A lot of the time it just varies because a lot of people have different levels of responsibility. You know, some people have kids, you know, you can't really dedicate that much time. Like, chances are if you have kids, like, I mean, studying takes energy, kids take energy takes fucking energy. Like, and what I mean by that is it takes energy to get energy. Like, you have to go cook and like fucking work, you know, like it's just a vicious cycle. I don't think I've ever thought about it that way until I made this video actually. But the only reason why I'm able to study, you know, 2 hours a day, and it's not like anyone else can't, but like I want to eventually push it up to like 4 hours and maybe 6 hours. 6 hours that's, I mean, if I had a full-time job, that's 14 hours out of the day that I'd be working and studying. That leaves me for 2 hours until I have 8 hours left to sleep. So, I mean, to only play a game for like 2 hours is kind of fucking hard. I don't know. Because they're just so fun, you know. That's the biggest problem with them. Like, that's literally what Joe Rogan said on his podcast. I don't want to go like quoting people too much, but when you think about it, it's just kind of like, it's kind of true, honestly. But anyways, I planned on making an art log tomorrow. I can't seem to get myself interested in learning enough about Adobe Premiere. It just doesn't seem intuitive enough, like, or everything. Okay, my fucking video just mysteriously stopped recording for some reason. I don't know what that was. But yeah, the Adobe Premiere just doesn't really seem too intuitive. Like, it's just like really complicated. But then again, when you look at Photoshop, it is pretty complicated itself. And a lot of people, when they first get into it, are probably intimidated by that. So I just got to get over the intimidation factor and just try to jump right into it. That might be, actually, that is what I need to do. So, that's all I got to do, man. It's not so much that it's hard. It's just boring, kind of. Like with Camtasia Studio, I kind of learned it. Like it was really just not overly complicated. It just made sense. Whereas Adobe is like, it feels like it's hiding shit from you. Like I don't know. Yeah, it actually feels like the developers like were trying to hide buttons or something. Like it just, all the buttons aren't in the same place, and like when you hover over things, it takes so long for them to like show what the thing does. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe, and yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go and watch a couple videos on how to draw legs, so that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully I can probably fill up a couple pages of my sketchbooks with that. That's gonna be pretty fun, I guess. With that being said, like I said, I don't know if I said it previously before, but I'm thinking about making an art log video tomorrow. I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling, because I can't really, like, without all the sketches that I've been doing, I haven't been doing too much digital work, you know? So, like, to make an art log, I mean, it'd be really hard and kind of scuffed to record my sketchbooks. So I'm probably going to put that off for a while, actually, so I can get some digital drawings in. Sorry about that, that was probably super loud. I'm probably going to put it off for a while and just get some digital drawings in so I can show that stuff and kind of show what I've been learning through sketching. So anyways, I hope you guys are staying safe, and keep your chin up. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Nah, I tried to do a different outro. God damn it. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.